Welcome to the first pilot fucking episode. We weren't the pilots though, hell no. Outcast Radio. Oh shit, this is that bastard. Introduce yourselves right on.
It's Caboose.
I'm Sputnik.
I'm Schneep.
Schneep.
He's a chicken.
Yes.
Well, for the pilot episode, we're just establishing the rules, establishing the basic background, and all the other good shit about Outcast Radio. In fact, we are here today with Matryoshka1308, who will come on when they're told to later on. You know,
I got a good feeling that I think Eli just died.
He just left the call.
There he goes. There he's back. Welcome back, Schneep. Is it Schneep or Schneep? I forget.
Well, I guess we'll figure out when you jump.
It's Schneep. Okay.
Should we go over all the topics we're going to be talking about, or should we just kind of give it as a surprise?
Let's just give it a surprise. All right.
Let's get started with the headlines we like.
All right. First in news is ISIS in video games. So I guess they've been using video games to recruit children into playing, or into becoming a role into ISIS. If you don't know who ISIS is, they're just a bunch of assholes They're a
group of. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who ISIS is. They're a group of
radicals.
Radicals, Islamic extremists who are going around and doing, well, as their title states, extreme things.
Yeah.
Didn't they throw a gay dude off of the top of the building and then hit him with rocks?
Yeah, they threw a gay dude off of a big building, then a bunch of people surrounded That wasn't ISIS, it was a bunch of people claiming they were for ISIS, and so they did that for them.
Yeah.
Well, what's this about the video games though? Are the video games even good?
Well, they're not making games, it's just one thing.
They're using Arma 3 mods, and they're using Call of Duty and GTA Online. Daily Dot did a whole article on it. They're just talking about how that ISIS can use these video games to recruit teenagers in the Islamic states to join up with them, because
there's two things I see to this, and I hate to just jump in. I apologize for that. But honestly, on the one hand, video games do not equal murder. You know what I mean? Now, at the same time, if they're using this to proselytize to their people,
propaganda,
then the Christians really need to take a fucking awareness of this, because Christian games suck balls in general. And before we get complaints, and before the record, the very first group I alienated on the radio, Christians.
You were on the radio? You did?
I just did right now.
Oh.
Suck balls. I have yet to come across a video game made by Christians that were and I mean Christ is involved and whatever.
Oh, excuse you, McDickey made a great video game.
Okay, no, M. Dickey games don't count. Those never count. Do you watch Protein Pill?
Yeah,
Which
I do.
is one of our favorites for the show, by the way. Protein Pill did a whole thing on M. Dickey games, and they all sucked ass.
Excuse you, they are the best games.
They are the best games. So honestly, if they're now on the other hand, I will say this much: if they're actually somehow spreading jihadist messages through video games,
Jihad!
I don't want to say all the best to you, because if they're finding success through that, then once again, Christians really need to note this shit. Baptists, all the other religions need to pay attention to whatever ISIS is doing. Maybe if they're not shooting out Jesus with each bullet, maybe that'll be better for their messages. Just saying.
So all these Bibles before noon, or you're gonna get the stick. Oh wow, this RPG is so real.
Now, it's like I'm really shooting Americans.
Oh god. Is there something else going on with ISIS right now?
Yeah, they're also using mentally challenged kids as suicide bombers.
Now, when you say mentally challenged, do you mean straight up potato or just autism?
Well, both, I'm assuming.
I would assume it would be straight full on because they probably have no idea what they're doing. I mean,
they're enslaving children, and they're taking the retarded ones and they're strapping bombs to them, and they're making them walk into embassies.
Think about it. I mean, think about it here. An autistic guy walks into your room or walks into your house, and he's you're gonna feel bad for him, so you're gonna kind of go over there and go, "What are you doing alone?"
His ass out of my house.
He's gonna come over and go, "So what are you doing all alone?" And he opens up his chest, and there's fucking bombs.
Well, why would you walk into some random person's house with a bomb?
Well, replace the word house with like an office business.
But here's the thing, though. You know, no, this is where I get to prove that I'm a bad person, because all I can think in my head is all I see is like a retarded kid walking in. Where are you, my mommy? And it's like, what? Chocolate cookies, and that's all they can remember because they can't remember Allahu Akbar.
First, he's retarded.
Oreos!
Second, he's speaking a different language, wondering what in the world is going on.
Well, yeah,
It'd be weird.
He probably thinks like he probably doesn't know what exactly he's even doing. Like what?
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know what these things strapped to his chest are.
And it is a horrible fucking thing, but I'd like to point out that actually there is quite a bit of historical relevance and precedent to using children just as weapons, you know? That shit happened a lot in, like, Vietnam, you know what I mean? And in Korea. Although some people would say it's not a war, it's a conflict. Fuck you. Our boys went over there and killed and died. But straight talk, you know, I mean, using children for as weapons, once again, as well as suicide bombers even. I mean, I remember there was this one story I read a long time ago, like back in like the early 90s, about how there was like these two, what was it, Khmer Rouge, I think it was? There was these two kids, like 14 and 8, and they were counting coup, like, fucking, using Kalashnikovs, just like, slaughtering dudes, you know what I mean? Yeah, fucking Kalashnikovs, the Khmer Rouge.
Well,
yeah.
a lot of places have used children as weapons, or even in Vietnam they were doing this because
it's fucking terrible.
They didn't. After a while, the American soldiers didn't even want to mess with the kids. They didn't want to fuck around with them. They didn't want to because you know how American soldiers are with kids from different countries. They're like, oh, here's some chocolate. Eat the fucking chocolate. Eat the fucking chocolate. Pets their head really hard.
But straight talk, though, I mean, I'm not defending it, but I'm certainly saying that there's precedence for it, and it's still fucking horrible. But, you know, considering it's not like we hear the best things about ISIS. Hell, we heard better things about Al-Qaeda versus ISIS. So
yeah.
Yeah, Al-Qaeda was at least civil about a lot of things.
ISIS.
Yeah,
I remember Al-Qaeda actually saying that they hated ISIS.
Yeah, they think their tactics are barbaric.
It's kind of like furries and the My Little Pony community. You know, when the furries are saying you're horrible people, you should really rethink what the fuck you're doing. Same thing here with ISIS. When Al-Qaeda is saying, dude, you guys suck, you should really reconsider what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should go. Should we go on the next topic now, Riley?
Yeah. No. One more thing under headlines we like. But it's not exactly that we like. We need to take a moment and recognize the death of Kitty0706.
Yes, let's take a moment in prayer.
Riley, you want to tell us why?
That
one's go prayer.
About a week or two ago, Kitty0706 died from leukemia. I want to take a moment of silence and remember our lost fallen brother.
Starting now.
Wait, we're doing this now?
Amen, motherfucker. I just did. Oh my god.
I'm serious.
For anybody who doesn't know who Kitty0706 was, he was a really, really good Gmod animator. He did a lot of really good things. It was kind of amazing some of the things he did, because that takes, doing that shit takes time, because you have to record frame by frame by frame, and if you want to make it look smooth and nice, that would be like days of work.
If you guys want to check out his channel, there will be a link in the description of this video.
There we go. Now, I would like to point out also the death of another person from such a community like that, and that'd be Monty Oum from RWBY. Now, I'm full disclosure, it's not like I'm like that into RWBY or even into Gmods and Machinima, but I'm certain that there are people out there amongst edgelords who are going, who gives a fuck? I'm certain that there's people out there who would like to hear that shit, and, yeah. Our prayers go with y'all, man.
It's even if you don't like Red.
He even helped out with Red versus Blue. He was
even if you don't like him. Even if you don't like him, it's still someone who was popular in the community that died, and you should at least not be an asshole about someone who just died. Like, you're being a dickbag if you do that.
We do not know the details about how Monty Oum died, but...
It's because I don't remember how. I don't think they ever released why he died. I think how he died.
As long as he didn't die like Z's did. Z's died with like steroids in his heart in a sauna with 3 Thai ladyboys. So
I think Monty Oum died from an allergic reaction.
Oh.
From what?
Potatoes, eh?
Penis. He died at 33.
Dicks. Speaking about shit like that. Speaking about dicks on that segue. Let's talk about.
Yeah, he went into a coma and then died.
Oh, let's talk about headlines that piss us off. Hashtag manspreading.
That shit pisses me off.
You know what really grinds my... Okay, I'm not gonna finish that or we will get sued. Okay, you know what really gets me? I hope nobody minds if I just lead the charge on this motherfucker. You know what really gets me? Fucking every single time you see these hashtag manspreading photos, it's of a dude with like 3 chairs next to him and whatnot, and nobody's around. He's not bothering anybody. Now, there are those where, yeah, he's manspreading and there's somebody next to him, but honestly, all you gotta do is just speak up and say, hey, you're in my fucking space, back off. And Lord knows, I mean, it ain't even gonna be like, you know, you gotta be worried he's gonna start a fight. No, you ought to be worried starting a fight with me, with shit like that. You know what I mean? Spreading up to my fucking privacy. Just saying. So yeah.
It appears that people forget that, or it appears that women forget that guys have dicks.
No, that's not even the issue, though. That's not even the issue. The real problem is women who also do manspreading, but women don't do that. Women don't do. There's tons of photos of that shit. It's the base hypocrisy that's the problem. Seriously.
They got their big ass bags and they won't move them.
And
then you ask them to move and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I have my tampons in here. Get the fuck out of here.
one of my favorite YouTubers, I'll give him giving a lot of shout outs here, but one of my favorite YouTubers ever is Tildeer. Check him out if you have the chance. But he did an entire video based on manspreading, and he was like, how about we go ahead and make up some new hashtags? And he did an example of them. He was like, hashtag bag spreading. Women, we don't
hashtag fat spreading.
Yeah, he did hashtag fat spreading. Yeah, good YouTuber though. Check him out if you like watching people wreck the hell out of feminists.
Link will be in the description, guys.
You know, the problem is feminists, feminazis. The problem, you know, there is equality issues in some places that really do need. I mean, hell, there are places in the world where women still can't vote, where women have to dress in a certain way, or they'll be stoned to death. That kind of shit. You know, but here in America. Nah, my nigga.
The biggest issue is you can't use third world country problems to go feminism. That doesn't work. You can't.
Yes, you can. I don't see why not. That's one of my biggest issues. It's like if you have such an issue with people. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, if you want a real situation like that where feminism is like exceedingly needed. You know, your sisters are currently in a battle right
now.
It's
more as like.
Sisters.
You can't use third world country problems to justify feminism in first world country problems.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Oh yeah. No, I can see what you mean there. Yeah. Remember, we reserve the right to be proven wrong. But you know, I'm just saying, with manspreading in and of itself, these fools raised what, $76,000 to fight manspreading? $76,000.
I think it was million.
God, it's even worse. That's still. Wait, no way. It was no way in hell that was million.
I think it was million. I swear to God, I heard million.
That money could have gone to the little retarded children of Africa.
I wouldn't go that far, but it could have certainly. That's money that's being diverted from things that are way more necessary. You know, there are way more progressive issues. You know, like the environmental damage that we're currently undergoing due to corporate fuck-upatry. You know what I mean? Like, rampant capitalism is killing the world, but we gotta fight patriarchy and make certain that dudes don't spread their legs on the bus. Oh shit. Because not like there's 20 fucking chairs that you could take otherwise. And not like women don't spread as well.
ASL, the ASL Ice Bucket Challenge manspreading version.
Yo, wow.
Just dump a bucket of ice on your crotch area.
You bring a giant bucket of like ice cold water. You see some poor guy just like he's just sitting on his phone talking to like his wife or something. He's manspreading. Just pour the water right onto him. Break his phone.
Break his phone.
That's happening.
That'll teach you for sitting on a bus.
That'll teach you for spreading your legs like one like centimeter apart. Too much.
Too much.
Ray Rice version 2, dude. You break my phone and pour water on my crotch, dude.
Yeah, one problem at a time. One problem at a time.
I'd spread my legs 3 times wider.
I'd whip my dick out. I'd whip my dick out and slap it across the bitch's face.
You got Schneefly on the train doing fucking splits on the chairs.
Yeah.
Flat out Jean-Claude Van Damme on that shit.
So you should probably go on to the you should probably go on to the featured guest now.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright, Thomas, you wanna take that off?
You don't need to intro me, nigga. I got this. Now, for real though, yo, I would like everyone to welcome Matryoshka1308 to the floor.
Hi.
Cue very shitty like clapping that you got from some like video game.
There we go. So, Ash and 13 of Matryoshka1308. How you doing today?
We are great.
Yeah, we're great.
Oh well, that's just fucking fantastic.
So, just a really quick intro them. They are indie game developers. They're working on us. They got stuff out already, in fact, and they're currently working on their next title, which is Sephora. Now, the original, the first game you guys started off with was it's not called Yandere, but because of the program you use, it's kind of like you had to just call it that.
Yeah. The original title was going to be Forever, right? It is available on the Mediafire link, which... Can you pop that in the comments for me?
Oh, don't worry, we'll get to
Oh
it.
yeah, we'll have
get to it.
everything in the description, bro.
Alrighty. But the game we're working on, Ash knows a bit more about it, but Sephora has made some serious progress over the past month.
Yeah.
What kind of progress?
Well, we have an Indiegogo link, and we've started to get money going into it that we need to help with music and art, and we've gotten a lot of the storyline been more developed and programming added to it.
That's cool.
That's cool. What's up? That's
Exactly what's up.
So
No, definitely one thing, I mean, you know, you guys should know that we definitely have love for our indie game developers. That's why we support people like this, you know what I mean? Don't forget to give us your Indiegogo link so we can pop that on the description as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright?
So
Yeah,
why did you guys want to become indie game developers? What started it all?
Yeah.
Here so you can start.
Well, it started out with Ash and I knew each other way before any of this happened. We were pissing around, playing a game online. You know, we started thinking up a fucking custom story in Minecraft when we were bored, and I was kind of stoned, but we came up with that. Originally, it was going to be a book. Then she decided she wanted it to be a game, and I was like, oh, man, I can program.
Well, was that Sephora or Yandere?
It was a different
gonna be
game.
the next one. But due to specific reasons, us wanting to be not completely shitty when we release it, we decided to try our skills with other titles.
Cool. Now, I can't but help to notice that there's certain themes that show up in your guys' games, you know, mainly Yandere and such. For those of you who don't know or don't speak Weeaboo or Japanese-lish, that's basically, what was it, Insane and Lovely, or Insane and Loving? Like Crazy and
Obsessed girlfriend me with a knife.
There you go.
Oh, that sounds really kinky.
Dude, you into knives? I'm just like into like sheep and fucking ropes, bro.
Sheep and fucking
50 Shades of Yandere. Oh my god, that would be a different book. That would be a completely different book.
We're gonna copyright that.
There we go.
He's all like, "Oh, we got the sequel, bro."
There we go.
Jesus. So, I know I keep going back to the other game, Yandere, but that's because Sephora. Now, you guys are not done with that yet, right? You're still developing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't you have an early build that we can share around, right? Is that the one?
No. The early game we've been working on is the Yandere one.
But you do have screenshots from it, I thought. Yes.
We have some
Yeah, we do.
screenshots, but that's
There we
just
go.
the development progress.
So we'll share that around. We'll make certain people check that out and whatnot. So you want to tell us about the other game though, Yandere, the one you start off with?
Yeah, it's basically just a quick 20-minute visual novel that we made in a week to get our name out, and it's been quite successful, I would say. But it's basically about you're a teenage boy named Yamano, and your little sister who's hyperactive, you spend time with her a lot, and then a new girl moves in next door, and
like
you
this.
quickly fall in love with her, and like you move in and get her pregnant, and you have the choice either to pick the little sister to stay with her and live with her, or to move on with your life, and whatever you pick, you get your consequence.
You know,
So you can be a normal, average black man from America. You can either choose to do your mixtape, or you can either choose to stay with the baby and live off welfare.
Yes,
That's
basically.
never a choice. It's always the mixtape.
gotta make certain the baby hears the mixtape before he lights out.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what you soothe the baby to, your mixtape.
Until the baby makes a mixtape, then you suddenly appear back into life.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me listen to his
SoundCloud
mixtape before I
fire, bro.
bounce.
Check out
SoundCloud is
my
fire.
mixtape, then.
Always knew he'd be famous, nigga.
Straight talk, though. I mean, I'm not okay. It's not that I'm into incest or wincest, but you know, you can't really fight the lolly. You know, the emotos are cute, and I like the fact that you guys actually went that route where it's like you can choose to stay with your precious emoto or get with the chick that you got with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is there only like two? Is there only the two options in that game?
We will be updating it to have a new route that's never been done before by anything. So yeah.
Okay. Because I don't want to use Katawa Shoujo as an example, but you know, if you guys actually had like post routes or DLC to that game, that'd be pretty fucking sweet. Just saying.
Yeah, that's something we're in progress for right now, actually.
Yeah,
There'll
Katawa
be a
Shoujo.
full update to the first one, including new art, possibly a new system, since Renpai is terrible, but I'm not even going to go into details there.
Gotcha. So you guys are using Renpai for it then? That's cool. And in fact, Katawa Shoujo used Renpai, didn't they? I thought they did. It was some mess like that. Okay, well, you know, thanks for being on the show. We definitely are going to show your links. Definitely, that's going to be coming up. If you guys want to stick around and throw in your 2 cents with some of the stuff we'll be talking about, by all means, hang around. Is there anything else you want to tell us about? We'll have your Indiegogo link up. Hey, weren't you guys at the INTERNUGGETATHON 3.0 Third Strike?
Yes, we were.
Weren't we doing a Google Hangout afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will probably be invited back to that sometime. You know, the INTERNUGGETATHON 3.0. Okay, I'll do that later.
INTERNUGGETATHON. Is this a third or a sixth one, or are you doing them like Star Wars?
No. Even though I don't want to go into it, INTERNUGGETATHON. This is the third INTERNUGGETATHON I've done. But Project 6, it actually started off with Project 4 because, you know, 4 is the number of death, and I have these issues about what's cool and what's stylish. So to me, that was just really cool.
So I had one more question. So you guys are currently working on another game at the moment, correct?
Yeah.
Any estimate release date?
We are hopefully going to release it by August or September.
Oh, what is Sephora?
Cool.
Yeah.
No, what is Sephora? What genre is it? What can you look for?
Sephora is fantasy with sub-horror and science fiction.
Is it another visual novel, or is it an RPG?
It's an RPG.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Holy crap, that sounds interesting.
We do like the RPGs.
Yes. RPGs are everything.
RPGs is life.
And you know what's the worst part is that this is actually kind of circling us back to ISIS, where we use RPGs and never mind. The joke was there. Shut up.
So
Enough.
Got it.
So what about how much character create? If it's an RPG, you guys gonna have any character creation at all?
Or is it just solely just that one character and you just choose what to do?
We wished we could do character creation, but with the plot line that all the work she's put into it wouldn't be very possible. Even though we do like our gameplay, we want it to be more story-oriented than anything else.
Yeah.
That's cool. And hey, speaking as a writer, I can thoroughly appreciate that personally. You know what's annoying as fuck is how people nowadays will point out, oh well, you know, video games aren't art. They don't need story. It's like, oh yeah, well, that's when we got Destiny. Are you happy now? This is what you deserve, you fuck. Just saying. Loot crates. Is anyone else got any questions left for Matryoshka 1308?
Do you even Shrek faggot?
What we could do is maybe if anybody is watching and they want some if they have any questions about it, you could reply to it on the YouTube comments or something.
Hit it in the comments. I'm certain Matryoshka 1308 will make themselves available, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're free.
Cool.
We'll definitely be up there. We have our own YouTube channel and everything.
Groovy.
We'll link that as well.
Yeah, shoot us the links for that. I have no other Matryoshka 1308 guys. 13 Pierce. Is there or 13 and Ash? Anything you want to talk about? Anything else you want to present to us video game wise? Shout outs.
Definite shout out to our artist. I've done this 1,000 times, but she has been working for us pro bono, 100% free. She is just amazing. And Hannah, I will be linking your...
DeviantArt.
She's DeviantArt, yeah.
Uh-oh, she's a deviant. She got the DeviantArt lit.
Oh, no. She's great.
We will be showing the screenshots, and I mean, she really does do good work. You can't complain with it, and hell, If it looks nice, run with it. Even if she is deviant artlet. Oh god, just to throw it out there, funny story. So some of you guys know I'm kind of smooth. I'll just jump in, start flirting and whatnot. And I wasn't even like being serious. The next thing I know, I hear Hannah's younger than Ash, and it's like, oh god damn it. Wait, how much younger? Like, do I have to get parental consent and guidance and possibly intervention, or
Thomas actually has forms that the parents can fill out.
Little
He carries them with him in his wallet.
Thomas.
Hey, parental involvement is advised, especially, oh, do you look as good as your mummy does? That's a yummy mummy.
Yeah,
There's
there's probably
fucking bed.
one option in there. There's just one option that just says, "Do you have a sister?"
You know, I don't mind. Okay, I have a sister, but I ain't about that. I'm about other people's sisters. You know, it's like if you want to throw her in, cool. It's my birthday. And on that note, we should go to a short break. More than likely, we're going to play Spin Wires or some such, who is also the people. A quick shout out to the Spin Wires. Thank you, Caboose. Thank you, Based Caboose. Based
What?
Caboose fucked all my bitches.
What? Well, anyway, Spin Wires is like, if you guys like the Black Keys or the Arctic Monkeys, you guys will love the Spin Wires. They just released some new
Indeed.
stuff, so check them out. There's links in the description for everything, so look down there.
So, in the meantime, let's do a quick, short commercial, quote-unquote, break. And when we come back, we will probably fuck around with Matryoshka 1308 and other subjects from here on in. Outcast Radio. Put us in your mouth. Your ear. Put us in your ear. Put us in your sister.
Please.
Fuck her right in the pussy!
Tonight, that girl's got no place to hide. I think I might start to ignite. 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 I got a riot to incite, and I think I might start to ignite. Start to ignite, start to ignite, start to ignite, start to ignite. Hey! Hey!
This is Schneebles, and we're back to the show.
All right.
Oh my god, that sounded so professional, Eli. I love you so much.
That was beautiful. That was good. So,
I know,
coming
right?
back, Oh, sorry.
I got my water bottle ready here.
After I'm done with this water bottle, I'm gonna piss in it.
I got.
The thrust is vectored. Coming back, let's hit up some video games. You guys want to do some video games? Let's play some video games. So, Persona 5 just came out, and oh my fucking god, I want to put my dick in it. I want its dick in me.
Oh.
Like, I don't even give a fuck. This thing is good.
Oh.
Caboose, can you get like 5 seconds of this fucking thing up? And plus we'll share the trailer.
Yeah.
Just look at this trailer. Oh my god. Oh, hello, Hype Train? Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, this is Thomas Duder, that bastard from Outcast Radio. I'd like to. How many of you guys want to come with me on this?
What?
I'm calling up the Hype Train, nigga.
Oh yeah, sure,
I'm joining
jump
the
on
hype train.
Why
Let's
not?
just do 5 seats in the front, in the first row. Yeah. Yes.
Eli's gone again.
No, we're gonna be on this Hype Train for some time, so we gotta make certain the seats are comfortable. Seriously, Jazz, Harry Potter, that chick from Danganronpa, the fucking Sunshine Kid. Like, holy shit, Persona 5 looks like it is going to be good. It's just, the return of the return of demons, the dungeon bullshit. It's gonna be good. We're looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys? I mean, you guys have seen it, right?
Oh, I was just watching it just now.
No.
Well, there you go.
I'll check it out after the show.
Oh, thank you.
The nice thing about me not having to record this is I can do whatever the hell I want while I'm talking.
You got a point there, yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Isaac.
This is radio. No, seriously though, the Persona 5 hype train is so fucking big, and you know I have yet to see anybody really knock on it, which is weird because P3 and P4, I've seen people point out negative and shit, but P5 that came out and just the trailer is beautiful. I mean, just check it out on your damn own. You know what I mean? And if you don't agree with it, fucking talk about it in the commentary. Fight me, bitch, one-on-one. In the meantime, we have also coming out, which is going to be landing soon if it hasn't landed already by the time this is aired, Guilty Gear Xrd Sign 1.1 patch update, which they're going to nerf the fuck out of so much shit. I'm afraid. I am seriously afraid. Like, every female is getting nerfed somehow. Like, everything. Their fucking tech trees are just fucked. Like, oh my god, this shit will be doing less damage. Fucking, Sin Kisuke will be fucking nerfed, apparently. God fucking damn it. So with that state...
Well, as I see Riley's phone wants to interject about this.
Thank you guys for turning off your cell phones while we're on the fucking radio! No, but seriously though, I don't think it's going to fuck Guilty Gear too much. But I'm fairly certain it's going to cause some balancing issues just right off the bat. Even though, because whenever they say, "Oh, we're going to balance shit," you know damn well they're going to fuck things up. Think League of Legends in that sense, for real.
Those 2 tears, the tears down my face.
I know.
Oh my.
Tears in my fro. Goddamn. like seriously. Oh shit.
And you go back and expecting it to not be that fucked, and it's like so fucked.
I just hope they don't break it. I just really, because I mean, there's nothing worse than there's nothing wrong with the game, but it's gonna get broken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
be. The same.
Oh well.
Well,
Oh,
You gotta change your.
What?
well, that stated, I guess we're gonna go on to music now.
So, there's this band called Anubis Unit that you guys have to hear. Sputnik will hate them because they do hard rock, heavy metal, and punk. But we will have, actually, if we can
Fucking Lady Gaga loving motherfucker.
Oh, he what? He likes Lady Gaga?
Oh God, no!
Can't hammer that shit.
I do not like Lady Gaga.
Fucking
And
Justin
so-
Bieber listening to homo.
Spreading these damn rumors.
But Anubis Unit is one of those up-and-coming motherfuckers. You know, we'll actually have links to some of their practice sessions, which that takes balls for any band to just bust it out like that. So, yeah, Anubis Unit. You'll be hearing from them. And apparently, as of this recording, they'll probably have a new session already up and running, the full set. And you can look forward to songs. Now, the funny story about them is that, first off, they actually have a backstory, kind of like Gwar or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, they claim to be battle gods fighting for the drones, which is everyone else, to try and free them from the corporate machine and the wiles of Satanus, which I think is Latin for Satan. But they pretty much
Get the fuck out of here.
They run the gamut, hard rock, heavy metal, and punk with like these really great anthems that run anywhere from 1 to 3 to maybe even 5 minutes on a couple of them. They only have like 8 songs currently out, but they're pretty fucking dope, and you guys will hear from them. You know, and plus we actually got, once again, access to the raw practice sessions. Yeah, it's done by a smartphone, but dude, some of these songs are fucking dope. I mean, consider Avocado, 1,200 Pounds of Penis. You heard that right. But they also have like these super serious songs like Shame You and, you know, actually the Sharpshooter, that was it. Rock Outrageous. Some good shit. And you guys will hear from it. You'll have the links in there down below.
In other news, the Pentagon claimed that Putin has autism, a form of autism. I think it's Asperger's. I could be pronouncing that horrendously wrong. But
How
either
dare
way.
you claim that the Putin has Asperger's?
Ass whoppers.
Asswhoppers.
But either way, the Pentagon went ahead and made that outrageous claim that Putin has Asperger's. And the biggest issue with that is if Putin was really pissed off enough, that could start a war.
Wait.
Nah, I wouldn't start a war.
Really? Like,
You'd have to go through council.
out in like a press conference or something?
No, the
That's a lot of
Pentagon
work.
just at some point just said. I think they were just watching videos and like looking at all the stuff that he says and just kind of was like, oh, he has Asperger's.
So what? Did this end up in like the Daily Dot or some shit? Because
A lot of news sources.
Oh my god, I can see CNN doing this shit today. Pentagon
They-
claiming Putin has Asperger's.
And they recently Putin responded as well, saying that he doesn't have Asperger's, and
They're trying to say that they have hardwired DNA evidence of him having Asperger's.
How dare you? I do not have the Asperger's. What are Asperger's? Is this something I want?
He doesn't even have... Have you ever heard him speak English? He sounds like a little girl when he speaks English. So not to make fun of him or anything. Just...
yeah, Putin he
thank-
sounds
He's
badass.
just so soft-smoking.
He
spoken.
sounds so badass when he's speaking Russian, but like it's like when he's speaking English, it's like he has to force the words out of his throat. It's really weird.
Because it's his second language. You know
Well,
what I
yeah,
love
no
about this
shit.
is that we're over here talking about the Pentagon's trying to start like World War III. You know, saying that Putin is basically Dax Flame from YouTube. And like the first
Yeah,
words out
man.
of fucking Caboose's mouth is, he sounds like a little girl when he talks.
I'm probably gonna
Listen
get
to
shot
nerd
by
shit.
Spetsnaz, but that's fine.
Suddenly you hear a loud bang and fucking there's just Putin himself is just beating the shit out of Riley.
Putin's
With
gonna
my
show
keyboard.
up and fucking like judo chop Caboose to death.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared now.
Aikido him to death. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared.
spooked. Putin
See,
out
I'm
of
not
all
scared
people,
unless the Spetsnaz gets involved, in which case, yeah, I'm gonna have issues.
out of all people to come and watch the radio show, it's
Yeah,
Putin.
cast radio show.
It's fucking
Who's
Putin.
listening in?
It's his,
How
his
dare
favorite.
they?
It's his favorite. Putin just loves this.
So,
We
I
gonna
would
call
like-
in from him?
Famous people have done that kind of shit before. Consider, if you will, Uwe Boll, who like listened to like Low Tax and all these other fuckers from the internet, and got so pissed off that he did an open challenge for like for boxing, because he's like a Golden Gloves champ or a Golden Gloves fighter, right? And it was like one of those things where he beat up Low Tax, he beat up like these three other kids, like these three other dudes, and it's like all of them got Asperger's, I think. Fairly certain Low Tax has Asperger's.
I have an idea. Let's just go beat up kids with Asperger's.
That's apparently that's the episode of the day. Fuck the pilot episode. Asperger's.
Ass whoppers.
The video of the day will just be us all repeating Asperger's.
So
Ass whoppers without the onions.
So the Pentagon claims that Putin has Asperger's, and Putin, in an epic response, oh my god, there's something that'll grind my gears. People use the word epic wrong. But in an epic response, just says, no, I do not have the Asperger's. So we don't have...
No, I do not have the.
I do not have the Asperger's.
I do not have the is Asperger's something that I want? God damn it.
Is Asperger's something that I want?
I have only shit.
Do I look like a 13-year-old girl from Louisiana?
I do not like burgers inserted in my asshole.
Oh god.
I don't see. I can't hear the word Asperger's and not think about Asperger's. I'm even saying it wrong. Isn't it Asperger's or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe it is Asperger's. It sounds less offensive to say Asperger's than Asperger's.
But I just ever since I heard
Ass whopper.
It's fun to say.
Asperger's.
It's just fun to say. Like Asperger's is
Oh,
so fun
God.
to say.
You know, normally I'm the motherfucker who alienates people, but we're like doing it right now. We are totally alienating the people with Asperger's and autism.
Well, keep in mind that
I actually know a lot of people with
autism at all.
Asperger's.
Keep that in mind. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure Caboose here has autism. So hell, as you can see, we love people
Oh, okay.
with autism.
Just because I was a camp counselor at one of those camps and I had to throw the bitches in the water doesn't mean I have autism.
This nigga over here is gonna get fucking Jason after his ass talking about Okay, so moving on, I need to bring this up because it's something that I brought up a lot on Facebook and I brought up on Twitter. And you know what? Have you guys ever heard of Zoella? Or Zoabella? Or Zoe Stuggs? Or whatever the fuck that Brit Bong's name is?
You mean that retarded bitch from that country that made a movie?
What? No, shut up, Caboose. No, fucking, okay. So there's this chick who's like, she's got like 6.6 million fans on YouTube. She does fashion and makeup, and oh god, we're probably gonna get doxxed and beaten up by her fucking weak-limbed fucking followers, whatever. But, you know, here's my thing about it, and here's what really trips me the fuck out.
I object to this.
Huh?
What? Oh, I was just mocking them.
Oh, suffice it to say, she put out a book. And this book sold like 78,000 units in the first week, so she beats out E.L. James and Stephanie Meyer and other big names in the industry of literature. And the worst part about it is a week later, it's revealed that she didn't write the motherfucker. Penguin, the traditional publisher that put it out there. Thank you for turning off your fucking cell phone.
No, I'm just using the soundboard on my phone.
Well, suffice it to say, yeah, she didn't write the fucking thing. In fact, she actually point blank like admitted in the acknowledgments, you know, thank you. And it's this one writer named Siobhan something or other who actually wrote the damn thing. And without her, every step of the way, this book wouldn't have happened. What happened is that apparently Penguin had it ghost written completely. So basically, Zoella went out and did the whole Dan Brown bullshit, where it's like, you know, she didn't fucking write it, somebody else did, but she's gonna sit there and claim that she did. She's gonna fool her fans, and it's like this makes me lose my mind. I mean, I don't want to throw it out there too much, but I myself am an independent published author. You know, I got 5 books under my belt, bitch. I don't have a 6.6 million fan base. I'm trying to build that shit up. But this does show you the sad part of not just literature, but any industry out there. It's not about how good you are, but who you know. And it really does suck balls, but at the same time, you know, cream does rise to the top. And yeah, you got the 50 Shades of Grey bullshit, the Twilight bullshit. Let's not even get started about that. We'll do that in some other segment. But
Hunger Games.
You got these poorly
Love
written...
Twilight.
Yeah,
Bella's
we're
my bitch.
gonna fuck them up. We're gonna fuck them up. Not right now, though. But, I mean, do you guys understand where I'm coming from with this shit? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna get such a big shitstorm if one of their fans sees us.
I don't give a
reading
fuck,
this.
bitch. Fuck you and your emotions. Fuck you in
She
your...
wrote like, fuck, you don't know.
Oh, shit. We need something nicer. We need to talk about something nicer.
Yeah.
How about anime?
Okay.
All right.
All right, Eli, take it away.
No
What's the anime of the week?
No Game, No Life. It's freaking genius, and you feel that you're surrounded by the characters, and you know they are. This is it. It's really awesome, no doubt. And if you don't like it, you're stupid. Honestly, you have no eye for a good show if you don't like this. Like honestly, there's no. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about. Watch it yourself.
I'll admit I shotgunned that shit. Isn't there like only one season of that though? I mean, there's this. It ends.
A lot of
in
good
a way
animes
that-
only have one season.
Yeah.
You
Like
have to wait
Dead Man
till,
Wonderland, that was fucking amazing, but the manga is
not-
more spread out.
It's not a one-season quitter. You have to wait till I think. I'm pretty sure in like 4 months. Like,
Okay.
don't quote me on that.
Speaking of which,
like-
I need to hop on to Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah, I keep
Oh,
hearing
yeah,
good
that-
shit about that.
If you're in a Tokyo
Nice.
Ghoul, the season's going on. The new season's going on right now.
Oh,
That was a really
cool.
good anime. I really
No
like
Game,
the
No Life,
gory,
though.
actiony shit.
When I posted about No Game No Life though, I immediately got hit up by one of my peoples talking about fuck that incestuous garbage. I was like, what? I mean, you got to admit there is some wincest going on, but it's like, you know, like I said earlier, if you're into lollies, if you're into emoto, you know, if you like the little sister where she's all like fucking, you know, she demands head pats. Oh, you got to pet the little sister.
If you like the movie Old Boy. That's
The original Old Boy, not the new one. Fuck the new one. Let's not even get started about that
pretty
shit.
fucked up.
We ain't in the movie segment yet, bitch. Don't bring that up. Oh, God. You trying to start some shit caboose.
New
I'm
Game,
just
No
saying,
Life.
it was a very nice movie.
But seriously though, No Game No Life can easily have Little Sister by Queens of the Stone Age playing for the introduction. They really should have. Like that's
You could pull that like 1,000 Oni-chans like randomly, and it's still fitting.
Oh my God, Caboose,
like-
sit on my lap and call me Oni-chan, you bastard.
Oni-chan, love me. Senpai, notice me.
I notice you. No. It's
Oh, God.
only gay. It's only gay if a senpai notices the other senpai. That's the definition of homosexuality.
Okay, alright.
Radio.
And-
Homos versus fucking February.
Alright, let's move on to some science stuff.
And that's
It's science, bitch.
That's my little. This is my own segment because everyone else is stupid. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone here is intelligent
He's
people.
trying to start some shit now. This nigga over
Hey,
here-
I have stage 4 autism.
I'll have you know, I am subscribed to I Fucking Love Science, and they post the good shit. So you want to bring it, bitch?
But recently it was declared that Jupiter and Saturn, yeah, they don't have the largest rings.
What? Who does?
It was. Let me see if I can figure out the planet. I don't know the exact
Good
name.
job.
It's probably just some. It's probably just like. I swear to God, the planets are named by like a science, like an astrophysicist is just sitting behind his keyboard and just bashes his skull into the keyboard and goes, "There's the name."
You know what I would do? If I discovered a planetoid, I would name it after a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character.
They can't. They won't let you name it.
Those rings, though. Every kiss begins with K.
If you love it, put a ring on it. Apparently, God doesn't love Jupiter and Saturn that much, so much for the Christians.
God damn it.
They're in a domestic relationship.
That's funny. I
swear,
don't
before this is
joke
like-
anymore.
Before this, it's like
Oh my
censor
god,
yourself.
I have a fucked up story. I was going through my mom's Facebook.
What? You're going
I
to?
was going through my mom's Facebook, and she had her relationship status as domestic relationship. I'm like, do you know what a domestic relationship is, Mom?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Oh my god. Stop.
Okay.
Like,
We're
what the
talking
fuck,
science.
Mom?
Were we supposed to talk about science, bitch?
But anyways, I don't know why I said Saturn. I don't know why I said Jupiter and Saturn. It's just Saturn. But the biggest rings now, it's 200 times larger than Saturn's ring. It's a super Saturn apparently, and it's called J147b. It's located. Let's see. Has a 50-day eclipse. Bigger than our own place. It's pretty huge and has these giant rings. Apparently, Jesus loves the shit out of it.
Sounds like one of those planets from Duck Dodgers.
Wow. Hey, yo, no, not even lying. I would fuck the Martian from Duck Dodgers. Like, you know, even though she don't got a mouth, I'm certain she got other orifices.
God damn
Oh my
it.
god.
Hey, when you're a cracking-gentical demigod, you know, it's shit kind of, you know, you gotta look at it from a different perspective.
See, I told you. Okay, so the full-on name for this planet is 17WASP J1407477.93-39452462.
Let's just call it Planet Wasp.
Because generic names are too overrated,
See,
motherfucker.
I swear to God, they just like punch the keyboard as hard as they can and just
Good lord.
wham a name.
You know, I was gonna mock you for that shit, but now that I've heard that shit, you're right. I gotta admit, you're right. Fucking A.
They shortened it to J1407, but nevertheless.
Let's just call it Planet Wasp, the Wasp Planet. How about
Yeah,
that?
it's full of wasps.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's 16 million years old. It's orbiting a 16 million year old star, approximately 434 light years away.
The saddest part is that, you know, all the metalheads that are listening in are going, Wasp, fuck yeah! No, if I had my druthers, I would name every planet after a heavy metal band, you know? I mean, can you imagine it? Planet Poison?
I
This
would
one
name it
will be
after just, like,
Metallica,
just really
this one will be
obscure shit.
Iron Maiden.
I would name it
I was
after
just
really
about to say
obscure
Maiden.
shit. Like, or
This one
just
will
like
be
have one
Atreyu.
completely named just.
Atreyu. Oh god. Oh no, Caboose, we're not gonna bring up Black Veil Brides, Planet BVB, nobody likes that planet.
What?
name a
No,
planet Shade Your
Atreyu's
Beaver,
actually really
And
good.
then that way.
Planet
I'm gonna go to Shave Your Beaver.
Like the most awkward as fuck planet ever. It's like planet random shit.
Fucking black Phil.
Anyways, I guess we
shit.
should go on to the.
Get on my level,
We
nigga.
should probably go on to movies now.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go on
watch
to
some movies.
now.
Let's talk about some movies.
Okay, what's in the Netflix spotlight is Stonehearst Asylum. If you love fucking plot twists, then you'll love this movie. It's full of them. It's like Donnie Darko up in this bitch. Full of plot twists.
Donnie
But-
Darko is honestly insane. Well,
Yeah, if you like if you like plot twists, then you're gonna love Stonehearst Asylum. It takes place in the early 1800 or the early 1900s, I think. But it's a really
Wasn't
good
it-
movie. You
was it-
guys should watch it.
Wasn't it like written by? Isn't it based off of something that Edgar Allan Poe wrote, or something?
No.
I remember hearing.
well, one of the things I gotta point out, having seen
I think it's
Stonehearst
after his
Asylum
time.
myself- Well, I'm pretty sure it might have been written by. I'm pretty certain he did write something like that. But I gotta point out though that the subject matter of the movie itself, not that we're going to put too many spoilers in here though, I'd like to point out has been done before. It really has, and it's like I found it. I mean, I've seen a movie like this before, and it's twisting my balls, but I'm telling you, I've seen a movie like this before. All the way down to that twist. No, not Donnie Darko. Pick up the gun. Pick up the gun. God damn it, Sputnik. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we use a document to, like, you know, make certain everything's cool. Fucking Sputnik keeps deleting shit. Stop that, dick.
So we're gonna go on to our favorite segment, something that we call kicked in the dick. No matter what gender you are, no matter what gender you are, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, or where you come from. If we don't like you, we want to kick you in the dick.
You're gonna get kicked in the dick.
Exactly.
Right the fuck now.
Yeah, right there as hard as we can.
And
And
take a dick on you if you don't have a dick.
yeah, we'll put a strap on you. But the person who we want to kick in the dick the most that we've all agreed on is someone that is pretty famous. You guys can probably everyone just stop and guess. We'll give you 5 seconds to guess.
Fuck that. All together now. Anita
Sarkeesian. Who
Oh,
now,
wow,
as we have
Bob Dylan.
ourselves, we have confirmed ourselves.
Anita Sarkeesian.
We have done extensive research. She has a 24-inch penis.
Yeah, that's how big that dick is getting kicked right the fuck now. Oh god, and for reasons because
Literally, we went onto Wikipedia and we found out her dick size.
24 inches. Now, straight talk. I'm not saying that everything she's brought up is wrong. I mean, for instance, there's that one guy. I mean, yeah, I'm certain she's gotten death threats, and I'm certain that there are people who've even tried to go through with it. Like that one guy who was talking about he's gonna race off against her or whatever, like a fucking street race, and ended up like crashing on the way to her house. But you know what? When you're famous, when you reach a certain level of fame or infamy, you're gonna get death threats. This ain't nothing new, and she's not the only one who's done that, who's gotten that shit. But she is the one who makes money off of it, though. Oh my god! I mean, she's getting fucking fame from being threatened and shit, and some of it is from her alone. You know, fucking. Just saying.
One thing that recently happened that was troubling it was that there was this game called Dying Light, a game I'd suggest for you guys to get, but I'd wait a little bit. The launch wasn't the best, and it's still kind of a little bit like on the edge. But so she claimed the second main character, debatably, who is a female, is a damsel in distress. In keeping in note that the main character, the female character, is one of the best kickboxers in the entire city.
Yeah.
She took on 4 armed guards. She can parkour like a motherfucker.
Now, now she's just a bundle of badass. And now, didn't Total Biscuit call her ass out on this shit? Because she's saying this chick who can take on 4 armed guards, the best fucking kickboxer, badass. And she's talking about, oh, but she's a damsel in distress. Obviously showing bitch didn't even play the fucking trailer. But Total Biscuit called her ass out on that, didn't he?
Yeah, Total Biscuit said that she's a moron for thinking that, and out of all people, she wouldn't. She's like the literal negative or opposite of what a damsel in distress is. And then Anita responded with saying that if somebody seems capable, if a female seems capable before they are damseled, it is de-empowering.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. So according to her, a female who is a damsel in distress is bad, but a female who can fight, kick ass, is not in distress and doesn't need to be saved. You know, a strong, independent black woman don't need no hero. She is the fucking hero. That's de-empowering?
She is, Daddy.
Is that even a word? De-empowering? God fucking damn it!
And so pretty much what she's saying is, if there is a badass female character, nothing bad can happen to her. Otherwise, it's sexist.
And that's why, Anita Sarkeesian, you got kicked in the dick. And watch, she's gonna tweet about this shit and then get more money.
Yeah.
Ain't she the same one who raised up something like 700 grand or whatever on Indiegogo to, like, you know, change things to make a video game with about a strong female fucking heroine, and then instead spent it all on a green screen and fucking TED Talks where she got more money?
Oh, also, speaking of which, she also, because AMD was trying to like make games more gender equal, they partnered with Anita.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They gave her
kind of
a bunch of money, like a fuck ton of money.
Oh.
Why?
What the
this
fuck?
This bitch don't know nothing?
At least from what I've heard. If what I'm saying is incorrect, yell at me. But otherwise,
No, I've heard the same thing on the channels and whatnot. You know, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and I had heard about this myself. And I agree with the people against her. You know, I mean, it's like, she doesn't know anything about video games. She's admitted to not even playing video games. What the fuck? How is she a consultant in anything? When it comes to that.
I mean, considering
Bitches
they
be
hired
great.
somebody who lies and can't like come up with a valid goddamn source and citation for half the shit that she says, she does not deserve money. If you want to give somebody who is a feminist that isn't a shitty feminist money, give anybody but Anita Sarkeesian.
No. What about Gamer Mom? Have you heard of that one, Gamer Mom?
I haven't.
We got to do a link to her. You've heard of her?
I haven't.
Oh, she's wonderful. She will actually She will critique. She's critiqued shit that both Brianna Wu, Anita Sarkeesian, some of their white knights have like stepped up. She stepped up against them, pointed out where they're wrong. You know, like where the damsel in distress bullshit. You know what I mean? She's done that before. Gamer Mom is one of the best freaking feminists out there who talks about honest to goodness equality, not toxic feminazism, straight talking fucking equality, and where it also matters. You know, not just
motherfucker.
straight up, and not just like in video games, but in other things too. She's wonderful. If you want to talk about real feminism, we'll put a link somewhere. I'll get that for you guys. You guys have got to check this shit out. It's good stuff.
I personally am all for egalitarianism. That's just me though. That's equal rights for everything. I mean,
Yeah.
In the core, the definition of feminism is equal rights for women. Egalitarianism, it has a lot of definitions, but the main the main thing of it is that it's equal rights to another sex, whatever sex, race, whatever you are, you have equal rights. That's
And before some
egalitarianism.
Asperger's jackfuck just fucking posts up the actual the word for word definition of egalitarianism and says, no, it's not.
It has like I remember because there's multiple definitions for it. I believe like there's like different beliefs pretty much of what the exact definition of it is, but like down to the core, in my opinion, it's equal rights for everybody.
Well, Anita Sarkeesian, for many reasons, you deserve to be kicked in the dick. There you go.
Right?
On a more positive more semi-positive note, how about we go on to the internet video of the week, Riley?
Some
Take it
viral
off.
videos. Riley, what you got for us?
Alright, it's a rap video made by some foreign guy. I don't know what his, I don't know where his originality came from. But, it's a video called Don't Stay in School, and it's basically him just rapping about the reasons what they don't teach you in school, which I think is a perfect representation. But
Well, I'd like to point out
it's
that
all
he's a
true. I
Brit-bong.
mean,
Well, you're talking about a boy in a band. That's the guy's. That's what he calls himself, a boy in a band. He does a lot of shit with Dan Bull. I know which one you're talking about, in fact. And I agree. That's perfect for this fucking week. I mean, good lord. Now, even though he's a Brit bong, he lives in Britain land. You know, land of the tea, home of the brave. It's still like you just said. It's fucking perfect. It actually points out why school fucking sucks nowadays. Public education is horrible, and it's not just here in America, but many other places, including Britbong land.
Personally,
I completely disagree.
Personally, I think the premise of not staying in school is stupid, but the premise of what he's saying is like some things should be taught in certain schools, like taxes and all that. I agree with that, but I don't agree with the premise of leave school because it doesn't teach you how to do it. That's stupid.
But at the same time, you know what the real thing is? It needs to be changed. It needs to honestly be changed somehow. We need a revolution in public education.
Yeah,
'Cause right now, I'm
it
talking
has.
about America alone. We're not putting out people who can think for themselves. We're putting out parrots, and not even good parrots. At least, I mean, even when I was in school, 1994 to 1998, I'm the oldest motherfucker here. When I went to school, even there was these kind of issues, but I was lucky to have a principal who was an ex-Marine who didn't really take shit from anybody, and he wanted us to be prepared. He wanted us to be prepared for college. You know, there were fucking, little workshops on how to do fucking taxes and shit, you know? I mean, there's plenty of these image macros that float around on Facebook and 4chan and such. Oh, I named them. 8chan, whatever have you. About, I never learned how to prepare taxes, buy a house, how to get a job, how to fucking, but I know how to do the Pythagorean theorem.
right.
You know,
I mean,
yet another day where
that's
calculus
what
didn't
pissed
do
me off
shit.
about my high school. Because when I went to school, they didn't teach us shit. They were more worried about the test scores, and they were more worried about if kids were in school and if they were playing sports. They only gave attention to the kids that played sports.
Sports!
You should
I
be
disagree.
giving... And
But you know what your school didn't teach you, though? They didn't teach you how to pay attention to politics, probably.
yeah,
we should-
they didn't.
When Eli's been trying to speak, we should probably let him speak here.
But
This video
in my
doesn't
last
make any sense. All the things that you learn in school completely.
What do you learn?
Like I can feel like scroll through the video and have the knowledge of everything that he didn't learn.
There are certain schools that need to be changed. My school has an entire class senior class that is completely dedicated to learning how to learn how to do your taxes and teaching you how to. It's called independent living.
But nowadays, that's a rarity,
it's
though.
rarity, yeah.
You certainly don't hear about that
when
shit.
I
You
went
hear
to
more about
school-
Common Core.
When I first started going to school, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I just signed up for school, and there it was. I got accepted, but I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what a FAFSA was. I didn't know what loans were and all that shit. I had to learn it all myself with my mom, and it's just they don't teach you any of that shit. They push you to go to school, but they don't teach you how to prepare for it. They make you do SATs.
Yeah, but that's up to you to go to college. You learn all those things.
The nice thing is, though, is my school
prepared to go to college.
My entire
Not to
school
live
had
in-
an entire unit just a month ago that was completely dedicated. I'm not sure why we're doing it in our freshman year, but it was something we were doing it in our freshman year. It was something about like how you're not going to be able to do any of the shit in your senior year because you're going to be so flooded with things. But we had an entire thing that was dedicated to basically college and how to sign up and what it requires, and teaching you how hard it really is to live outside of your parents.
Well, the one thing I think we can all agree upon, at least, is that public education really does need to undergo a revolution of some sort. With the current status quo is, I mean, I'm not saying if it works or not even at this point. I'm just saying that the way shit's going on, we've fallen behind, and we are continuing to fall behind, and we will so long as test scores are more important than students actually learning. I mean, if you can parrot shit, that's all well and good, but if you can't think for yourself, there's a major fucking issue there. Like I said, when emphasis is more on sports than what the hell the politicians are doing with your money, there's problems there.
That's the reason why. I mean, schools are good for one thing, teaching your kids how to be social, but the other things, it's just retarded. I mean, sure, these skills might come in handy later on in life when you actually have a job that applies to it, but most of these fucking kids nowadays are going in jobs where they're just working in factories and they don't need to use that.
Yeah. No. You know what another thing about school is? They're saying to all the kids who don't go to college, like, you're stupid. Like, why would you go to college? The information's... honestly, if you didn't have those people that didn't want to go to college, that wanted to work in, like, factories and, like, steel mills... Like, honestly, the economy, total shit. Like, everyone can't be a doctor. I think the schools need to notice that.
I was going to point that out. And I thank you for bringing that up, Schneebly, definitely, because you know what? Even if everybody was a doctor, we would still need people to be fast food workers and fucking janitors, you know what I mean? If everyone was a president of the company, they would themselves have to clean the fucking bathrooms. You know what I mean? And that they really are doing a disservice to students by telling them that, oh, you gotta be by society itself saying you gotta be a doctor. Well, what if you're not? What if that's not what you're about? What if you're an artist? What if you're a military person?
The biggest thing about it is when it comes to college and all that is, it's how expensive it is. That bothers me because essentially what you're doing is it's like my teacher and all my teacher were constantly saying it's not expensive, it's not that hard to get in college. But when you get down to the core of it, here's what you're thinking. You could either not be as smart, not get necessarily the higher jobs, but not be in debt your entire life. Or you could pursue what you want to do, but you're going to be in debt your entire life.
It wasn't too long ago that colleges weren't... What's one of them? Sorry.
Actually, that is not entirely true because I know people that went to college and they didn't have to pay a goddamn thing just because of the FAFSA, because of how much they made.
And scholarships. Yeah, scholarships. But what if you don't get accepted to scholarships? Scholarships are fucking hard to get into because it's somebody giving up
grants you can get easily.
But
I like how their scholarships are like being Mexican. You're Mexican, let us hand you... My teachers tell me this stuff all the time. They're like, hey, you're Hispanic, right? And I'll be like, yeah. And it's like, oh, there's this scholarship scholarship. All you gotta do is talk about being Hispanic. And I was like, nigga, I sit on the couch all day and watch TV. I don't know anything. Like, what's up, Poncho Holmes? You want tortilla? I feed you tortilla.
That's when you show up with like nachos on a sombrero and you're all like, hey, I want to get in. You know what's the worst thing? In my life, being a African American in my life, I have heard it before multiple times that I am not black enough for certain loans and scholarships, and it's like, fuck you and your fucking moms. Tell me this shit, nigga. Don't make me pull my Superfly out. I got more dicks than you have even seen, bitch. Don't even start with this shit.
Dr. Holmes, I open you up. I fix your organs, Holmes. You give me penny, I do surgery. Big bucks, Holmes.
But I mean, like, yeah, you could go. I mean, there are certain colleges that are like cheaper, but like, think about it though. Like as you were saying, Caboose, you were saying how not everybody is in debt, but a large majority is.
That's because of the dumb fucks that go to huge universities.
Well, yeah, but still, so like, if I wanted to pursue my goal in life, I'm going to have to go through. Well, I have two goals. If I wanted to go through one of them, I'd be going to probably, 15 to 20 years, probably 15 years, maybe 10 years in medical school. And the other one would be, in medical school, I actually am not positive if it's really expensive or not, but nevertheless, that is still a fuck ton of money. That is, you are spending, like, $50,000 in all. And
here's the thing to consider,
and a kid right out of high school is not going to be able to afford that. He's going to have to get a loan.
If you get that job in the medical field, you're going to be able to pay it off easily because you're going to be making a shit ton of money.
How many people?
Look at the statistics. Yo. Look at the statistics. How many people are actually even paying off their loans? They can't because the employee horizon, or the job horizon, fucking sucks. You know, yeah, you get out with a fucking doctorates. There are doctorates flipping burgers right the fuck now, I assure you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are kids with bachelors of science, and they can't do shit with it. There's people, and don't tell me, oh, well, they just got a bachelor's of science, they only got a doctorate. You know, they should have gotten it in something that wasn't fucking science or arts. Fuck you, and oh my god, so they're not a fucking engineer. These are still worthwhile, and it's not like they went and got a women's history fucking degree. No, these are degrees that should be making money, that should be helping them repay it. The biggest issue that we're facing right now, and I will say this till I'm dead, is the fact that colleges are selling the students out. They have been ever since the mid-90s. 20 years ago, you would have never heard this shit. People having to, like, and they would have been able to claim bankruptcy and get away from it, to deal with the debt, to deal with that pressure, that issue. I'm telling you this right now, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, shit wouldn't have even been an issue. But mid-90s is around the time where the colleges started selling out hardcore for Annie Mae and Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? And yeah, when you got to consider also the loan rates themselves. Students are being charged, 5-7% shit, where banks are only getting charged 0.25%? Fuck you. When the banks can get away with shit that students can't. Students, the actual clay of the land, the middle class, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. This is like a lot of discussion for a fucking don't stay in for a viral video.
But yeah, I completely agree with you. What is the percentage of people who actually, like, what is the chance for me, or anybody who gets like some type of some type of thing related to like any science field? What's the chance of them joining like NASA, or the chance of somebody who got a doctorate degree in like becoming a diagnostician? It's the chance. What is the percentage of the amount of people that actually go for it?
You're not going to just be able to graduate and expect a job to come fly to you. You're going to have to work for it. That's what everyone doesn't see. You got to go through internships. You got to show that you're interested in this field.
Yeah, but
that's what everyone thinks. They're going to graduate and they think they're going to just get some amazing fucking job. That's why right now I'm looking for internships at radio stations. I'm doing this shit.
But the colleges have promised us this, and they do. I'm not going to say which name.
They give you the resources.
No, but you need to realize that people nowadays, everybody is forcing the propaganda down your throat that if you graduate high school, like, it doesn't matter. If you graduate high school, you're immediately going to get that job that you want. That's the propaganda, and that's why so many people believe that. Is because we're forced to have it in our head.
Graduate college, right?
We have it in our head that when you graduate college, you're immediately going to get a good job. That is what is being told to us. That's what's being force fed. Is as soon as you graduate out of college, wham, good, you're going to become a doctor immediately.
Yo.
not what
Didn't we
happens.
say we were going to the viral video for something nice to talk about? Goddamn.
Point.
So
Well,
like
hey,
I
this
say,
is good.
like
We're
one of those
creating
things where we should
conversation.
table this for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But we should still table this for future discussion because this is like a whole episode right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is just an episode waiting for us. You
Gives you
know,
better
All right,
chance
let's
to
move
make
on to
it.
the top 5 dumb shit of the week.
Top 5 dumb shit of the week. This has been a really interesting episode. I don't know about you guys, I've really dug it. But you know what? Let's get some closing commentary of the top 5 dumb shit that old racist white people have called Obama.
Oh god.
Because it's true. You guys ready for
I'm
it?
Obama.
What? This nigga over here, I'm Obama. Number 1. You know
Kinda
what's
looks
my
like
favorite
Obama.
one? Just straight up,
Yeah.
I
Barack W. Bush.
My mom in wetsuit, and I give a presentation as Obama.
Oh God, no, Barack W. Bush. You know that's number 5. Number 4, Barack the Magic Negro. You know, we were mentioning earlier that do any of them actually just point blank call him nigger? And I pointed out, no, they don't. At least not in the list that I've seen. Not the commentary I've seen on Daily Dot or whatever have you. These, like I said, racist old white people will go out of their way. Racist old black people, whatever. Racist old people, even I'm even willing to say, they will go out of their way to fucking not say it. But and it's like they're just kind of floating around it though, because they don't want to get caught on that shit. So there you go.
Can't get in trouble if you don't.
What?
Can't get in trouble if you don't say it.
Yeah.
True. Here's a good one. Number 3. His Imperious Majesty Barack I, President of America, protector of the people as long as they know their place and belong to the right unions, defender of the privileges accrued by attending the right university, and scourge of the rich if they don't contribute to the Democratic Party.
Get the fuck out of here. The long ass
I am
fucking
not
names.
joking. I am not joking. Guess what the fuck this? Oh, just somebody say it was a fucking Republican who said that.
We have definitely put all this list in the description as well.
we need to.
High classes.
Now, what am I at? Oh yeah, number 2, and this one's one of my favorites because I've seen this a lot personally. It's not even like I read specifically political places. I just read these articles and these motherfuckers pop up. No Obama.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah, no Obama is a big one. No Obama is a big one. Now this is a tie, and I hate to say this, but so let's just say 2.5, okay? So 2.5 was what was it? Obama or Obama. That's another one I've heard. But the number one dumb shit thing that racist old fucking white people say in the commentary of any article, Barack Hussein Obama.
I've definitely heard that.
Oh my god.
That is the number 1 fucking thing that comes up is just his full fucking name. Like, oh my god, really, nigga? Didn't he like personally choke out Saddam Hussein? Like, goddamn, what does this guy got to do to like break that off?
Yeah.
Like, wow, fucking
Alright.
wow. And now there's some really like dumb shit out there. There's some stupid, fucking wacky baraki usurper and cheat.
Wacky Baraki.
the one, Snowbama.
Fucking Wacky Baraki. I like that one a lot.
There was like an article floating around among some of these more conservative fucktards about how he's like secretly gay and had a guy killed he actually had a reporter killed who tried to report that he's gay.
I got a
It's
good
like,
feeling that's incorrect.
oh, it's so fucking stupid. It is so fucking dumb. And now, I will say this much. Even though this is like number 0 and it should have been on the list, but honestly, Barack Hussein Obama comes up more. But the other number 1 thing that I always hear these people say, or they type, you know what I mean, is that's my opinion and I'm entitled to it. You are not entitled to be wrong, you dumb fuck.
Walk
That
of a
doesn't
rock.
make it right.
And you being and just because that's your opinion doesn't prevent you from being an asshat.
Seriously. Like, oh my god, it's your opinion that the sky is fucking purple. Dumbass, unless you live in California, no.
You live in California.
Unless if you're high on pills
I hate-
that Eminem took, then no. Shut the fuck up.
Blue.
Alright.
Oh, we can't sing that, we'll get sued.
Oh yeah, good point.
Alright, let's tie this show up.
Okay, well, I had a blast, and I hope we'll be doing this again in a week or so, the Sunday after this is put out there, right?
Every episode will be uploaded to YouTube every other Wednesday. So
Oh.
be
You know
sure
what
to
you
check that out on YouTube. Make sure to check out our Facebook. Make sure to check out Thomas Duder.
Thank
author
you.
of things.
Shoutouts to Spin Wires. Of course, shoutouts to Matryoshka1308. You guys will definitely look up those links. And I am Thomas Duder, author of the things. And y'all ought to know by now that the first book in my series, The Generalist, Taboo Zero, Cliche of Memories, is free forever, digitally speaking. By all means, you can catch it at www.thepenismysword.com. You'll catch me at The Hooligans, which is a video game podcast review site. You can catch us over at Blazing Ace Nelson's. We are building up our own thing, though, so you'll see. I'll provide links for that. Pretty much, you can actually find pretty damn near everything I'm doing at thepenismysword.com. Even more so, right now, I have a great fundraiser event called the INTERNUGGETATHON, which, much like here at the Outcast Radio Show, we have featured guests, including Matryoshka1308 and the upcoming Soul Surgeon. Also, Jason Miller. That is Malicious Mind State, a rap artist from California. He did say he's willing to do a spot here next time too, but I'm gonna give it to Soul Surgeon because Soul Surgeon. But we do got MMS on the board if he wants to come over and do it. I got wonderful acts coming up. I mean, hey, and it's all to make money because I need to pay and feed my publicist and editor.
And one thing, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to my own page. It's nothing really like. It's nothing much, anything compared to like Thomas's thing. It's not really that important, but check out my page, NCAA Blue Veteran Ranger. We have multiple other admins. I'm Sputnik, as you may have assumed. I post shit tons of things, and yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Jerome, my mama, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Church's Chicken.
You don't have a friend named Jerome. You don't have
drink your daily grape juice.
Eli and I are the closest black friends you have.
Wait, have we? Never mind.
Oh yeah, viewer discretion advised. Everyone in here except for me is either half black or black.
Like that should fucking all my friends are black.
Oh yeah, and by the way, one disclaimer.
We're one black guy.
One disclaimer that we're always going to say at the end of every single video. Everyone keep in mind this is our own opinions, and if you don't like them, we don't give a shit.
Nigga, fuck your opinions.
We are totally open for discussion, we're totally open for arguments, but if the argument starts, if you start just randomly insulting us, you can go fuck yourself.
Eli's just like, fucking people's in the back the
we
same.
love that shit. Each other, kill each other, eat a fetus, do work.
But yes, if you want to, if we're gonna have a discussion about this in the YouTube comments, go ahead. But if you're going to go ahead and start throwing insults for no reason, go fuck yourself.
Obama. Teleprompter.
All right, that's the show, guys. I hope to see you the next other Wednesday.
Whatever the fuck we put this out there.
All right, catch you guys later. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.